Hi guys, welcome to issue 20. Now, I've had a couple of weeks off of YouTubing. In my other life, I work for a facilities management company, and a lot of what we're doing at the moment is selling products to support the COVID-19 crisis at the moment, which has made me incredibly busy. So I haven't had a chance to keep up to date with Mortal Realms. However, I do have 3 videos coming up this week. So I'm not going to go through any of the build guides or anything this week while I catch up. But what I can tell you is that next week I've got 3 days off. And in those days off, I do intend to catch up with all the playthroughs and that kind of thing. So for all you people who've been waiting, particularly Chezzy, because I know that she has been looking forward to that content and really supporting me with comments and that kind of thing the last few weeks. So I will be catching up very, very soon. So issue number 20, we have got the Lord Arcanum and the Evocator Prime. We will have a look at the models in a minute, but let's have a quick flick through the mag first. In this issue comes with your greatest Stormcast Eternal hero yet, the Lord Arcanum. He is accompanied by an Evocator Prime. Let me know in the comments, guys, is it Evocator or Evocator? Once you've built and painted your new models, there is a new playthrough which introduces priority roles into your games. This is how players decide who takes the first turn in each battle round. It will make a big difference in how your games will play. You'll have to learn to think a few turns ahead to really master this change to the tactics in your games. Happy hobbying. Thanks, Ian. Okay, so what have we got? Lord Arcanum. The Lord Arcanums are the leaders of the Sacrosanct Chambers and are amongst the most powerful wizards in the Stormhost. Evocators are wizard warriors who work together to channel arcs of lightning through their weapons and unleash it onto their foes. Build guide, paint guide, and then playthrough for issue 20, the Tides of War. In this playthrough, we introduce the priority role, a new element of the game that can change the order of play in each battle round. Okay, so Lord Arcanum. Lord Arcanums are the leaders of the Sacrosanct Chamber, the mightiest wizards in the Stormhost of Azir. They are capable of calling down the raw power of the heavens themselves. So they've got an Ether Stave. The Lord Arcanums wield a magical weapon known as the Ether Staves. These weapons are wrought from the Sigmarite and enchanted with celestial magic. When the head of an Ether Stave strikes a foe, it explodes with a concussive force. Those given the rank of Lord Arcanum by Sigmar earned it by wielding magical energies in the name of freedom. They are the leaders of the Sacrosanct Chambers, equivalent in rank to the Lord Celestants of the Stormhost's other chambers. Okay, cool. And then we're back to Evocators, magic-wielding shock troops. Evocators are some of the Sacrosanct Chamber's most potent warriors. They draw celestial lightning into their bodies, charging their weapons with blazing electricity. Okay, then we've got the build guide. So I'll show you the built models. Let's show the Evocator or Evocator. Please let me know, that's going to annoy me. There's a pretty stonking model. So although it is push fit, it did go together very nicely. So there's that. And then on to our Lord Arcanum on Griff Charger. Now this was a bit of a pain to put together, but it is a awesome model. Our most awesome model yet. There was a few gaps which I've tried to glue to try and I'll probably do one more layer of glue and just flatten it out to cover up that little gap there. So yeah, although it is kind of push fit, this wasn't the easiest to put together, but it's a cracking model. Okay. Then we've got paint guide. So what have we got? Retributor armor all over, Rakhan flesh shade all over. Dry brush of Stormhost silver all over. Corex white on the inside of the capes and on any of the Griff Charger. Cantor blue on the cloaks and the reins and that kind of thing. Abaddon black on a few more of the reins and belts and that kind of stuff. That's how it will look. So that's pretty cool. And then on to our Evocator again. So this is a big update in painting for all of our Stormcast Eternals. So some lead belcher onto a few of the weapons and that kind of thing. And corn red in some other areas as well. Wow, so how to paint Stormcast Eternals finished models. So according to this, well, this doesn't look very finished, to be honest. But this does. So yeah, it's saying that it's finished model. It says finished models, but obviously they're not. But very nice indeed. Okay, so playthrough for issue 20, The Tides of War. In previous playthroughs, the order in which players took their turns was set for you. In Warhammer Age of Sigmar, however, this order is not set ahead of time. Instead, at the start of each battle round, players roll off and the winner chooses who takes the first turn. This playthrough will take you through how this roll-off is done and gives examples of a few battle rounds played in a game. Okay, so what have we got here? We've got the Lord Arcanum and 5 Sequitors up against 10 Chain Rasps and the Knight of Shrouds. Very good. So let's have a look at the Lord Arcanum, at his stats. So the Ether Stave has got a 2-inch range, 4 attacks on a +3 of hit and wound, which is good. Rend -1, which is good, except no good against the Nighthaunt. D3 damage. Wow, 4 attacks and D3 damage. That's big. Okay, then Razor Beak and Claws is 3 attacks on 3 ups on hits and wounds. Rend -2, again, great against anything other than the Nighthaunt. Damage of 1. So that's pretty good. Let's see what else he's got. Cycle of the Storm. Once per turn, when a friendly Stormcast Eternal is slain within 18 inches of this model, instead of removing the slain model, you can heal 1 wound allocated to it. The model cannot use this ability on itself. That's very cool. So it's a wizard. So you can attempt to cast 1 spell, which is Arcane Bolt. So casting of 5, we've seen this before. So what you roll 2 dice. If you get over 5, the nearest enemy unit suffers 1 mortal wound. On a score of 10 or more, it suffers D3 mortal wounds. And Prime Electrids. If this model successfully casts Arcane Bolt and is not unbound, then the spell inflicts D3 mortal wounds instead of 1, or D6 mortal wounds instead of D3 if the casting roll was 10+. Awesome. Okay, so let's have a look at the Knight of Shrouds model, actually, which we saw last week, in the last one that I did. Sword of Stolen Hours, 4 attacks on +3 and +3, rend -1, 2 damage. So that is very, very similar to the Ether Stave, except it's got 1-inch range instead of 2. Everything is exactly the same, except the damage is 2 instead of D3. And then Ghostly Hooves and Teeth, similar to Razor Beak and Claws, to be honest. 1-inch range, 2 attacks instead of 3. Hits on 4 instead of 3. Wounds on 5 up, so that's pretty poor. And then 1 damage, no rend. Okay, so this, again, on the abilities and that kind of thing, got very standard stuff. Fly, it can fly. Hero, it's a hero. Ethereal, ignore rend. And then Stolen Hours. Each time a wound inflicted by this model's Sword of Stolen Hours slays an enemy hero, heal 1 wound allocated to this model. Okay, so if it kills a hero with the Sword of Stolen Hours, it can heal a wound. Very, very good. Okay, so here's what we've got for the roll-offs. At the start of each battle round, both players roll off and the winner can decide who takes the first turn. So you roll a d6, whoever gets the highest can decide. So that's what it means by rolling off. Okay, so we'll go through that. Here again is our Realm of Life. The only thing it's got different here is on the reverse side, it shows where our battle mat joins, which is good. Okay, then we've got the next two issues. More reinforcements of Dreadside Harridans, which I'll be recording in a minute. Another paint one, which I'll be recording straight afterwards. So that is it for issue 20. It's a good issue. I love the models. Very, very nice indeed. But we'll leave it there because I'm going to keep recording and catch up with issue 21 and 22. So thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.